generation on devastation, no meditation, no elevation, no celebration. We made it to call it a relative statement. The elephant weighs in, my enemy feeling amazing. They like when it fade in, they nickel and dime and it doesn't make any sense. Automatic savage, caution graphic, remember we had it, we thought it was magic. And my past is awful, tragic, get caught up on Wall Street, feeling like a nightmare. No Freddy on Elm Street, nobody could tell me, and nobody could help me. Stacking noodles on top of cheese, on top of noodles, on top of lasagna. Bricks before medical marijuana. We made it like 50, shout out to my city. My connect down in Ipsy. And we get a cut out of anything moving in either vicinity. We moving it swiftly, my enemies never be who they pretending to be. It ain't no referee, I guess it was meant to be. Like he could've died, I could've died, he would've died, I would've done time. Everything could've been fine, blasting at the one time. Death by suicide, Lord protect me from government issue. 9mm clips, who going against me? We going to hell, fuck them all, they can eat a dick. I'm crawling up out of the sediment, got up out of the mud, living in my own blood. He said we did it for love, we did it for money and drugs. Sleep in the mud, never be the one to mention if it was ever discussed. Deeper than blood, couple of blunts, life in a cage, shout out to my cuz. Taking it back, we hitting the one way. Tony's in the ride, down shifting at 5.0, let the Dayton's grip with the flake in the paint job. Shout out to KY in the whip, Southside never say die, get it rich. White Town never lie down, get it quick. And if you ain't down, you ain't shit. We living a life that was so fast. Put on your seatbelt. Giving up on life cause it won't last. Somebody please help. Devastation is so fast. Think I should seek help. Somebody please help. Somebody please help. We living a life that was so fast. Put on your seatbelt. Giving up on life cause it won't last. Somebody please help. Devastation is so vast. Think I should seek help. Somebody please help. Somebody please. Tell me what it's like on the other side. I wish I could die for you so you could stay alive. It's like generation on generation, no devastation, no meditation, no elevation, no celebration. We made it to call it a relative statement. The elephant weighs in, my enemy feeling amazing. They like when it fade in, they nickel and dime and it doesn't make any sense. But ain't that fascinating? They got your casket waiting, soon it'll be acid raining. The dark side has been activated, they hide it in plain sight. Masqueraded, busting it off like you were masturbating. Know what it is, disaster waiting. I'm crawling up out of the graveyard, and now I'm a walking zombie. I'm on a relentless path to end anybody who talking on me. Better not be nonchalant when every day's like Ramadan. I'm in a lifelong octagon, I got her looking like a soccer mom. Stressed out in the parking lot with your pajamas on. When the drama's on that I can't get off, don't drop the bomb, it's rock bottom that I'm knocking on. No ambulance and I'm riding in. They ain't overdosing on vitamins, they ain't comatose on a vitamin. Titanic boat with a violin on a dark ocean, Leviathan. I'm trying to win, but really I feel like I'm dying again. I'm trying to win, I see it, I'm going against me. I'm letting it fly in the wind. They wanna get me a hogback, locking me up in the county. I'm seeing it crystal clear, I know that the vision is cloudy. I'm making a left, don't wash it off. And I've been out of town, got through the south side, down to West Willow. Yeah, money, we always outside. We taking it back, we hitting the one way. Tony's in the ride, down shifting at 5.0, let the Dayton's grip with the flake in the paint job. Shout out to KY in the whip, Southside never say die, get it rich. White Town never lie down, get it quick. And if you ain't down, you ain't shit. Tell me what it's like on the other side. I wish I could die for you so you could stay alive. Tell me what it's like on the other side. I wish I could die for you so you could stay
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Vinci Shakur, man. Check me out on VSC, Live and Direct Music Review, where you could win Spotify playlists, not one, but 6 of them. You could get press release promo, magazine article write-up, podcast interview, The Dan Levely Show. Tap in, submit now. Let's get it.
Chevy in mindset, I can't lose. Chevy in mindset, Chevy in mindset, I can't lose. coming at me hard, it's time to operate. Let the games begin, I'm gonna dominate. Earthquake, I'm a freight train, feel no pain. It's just another day, it's just another day. I was born in the flames, working overtime. Keep grinding, keep climbing, leave it on the line. All time, I'm the greatest all time. It's my time now, it's my time now. They want what I got, but they can't have it. It's all I do is win, all I do is win. They ain't want what I got, but they can't have it. It's all I do is win, and all I do is win. I got the champion mindset, I can't lose, champion mindset. I got the champion mindset, I can't lose, champion mindset. Climbing to the top, to the top, to the top, to the top. All I do is win, and to the top, to the top. All I do is win, and to the top, to the top. All I do is win, and to the top, to the top. All I do is win. I got that gold in me now. I got that gold in me, one shot, one shot. I got that gold in me now. I got that gold in me, one shot. All I got, coming in hot, light 'em up, got 'em on they back. Wolf pack, full attack, they will never last. They will never last. They will never last.
Yo. Does that pop up? Did I pop up? Okay. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Dan Levely Show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking that play button. Hit the chat. Hit up that chat. Let's see some comments today. Let's see some comments and some questions. Blow that chat up, everybody. Let me see it. Today we got a very special guest. We have G Rockwell coming through. Let's see if I can pull it up. There we go. We got G Rockwell coming through. And for some reason, it's just me. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna bring him up and let's get it.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, it's taking forever today. Awesome.
What's good? What's good?
What's up? Computer's taking forever today. Switching my backgrounds on me. It's just going crazy. But anyways, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Good, man. Thanks. I appreciate you having me on and everything. I too have a slow computer, so I know the pain. I hope it ain't nothing on my end, though.
Oh no, it's over here. I put too much shit on here. I got tons of music, tons of videos. I've done over 200 episodes, and every single one of them is on this computer. I need to get. My fiance keeps telling me, she's like, you need to get like an external hard drive so we can have a fast computer again. I was like, yeah. See, my producer friends are always on me about that. Some external saving things in different places. They know how to work that stuff. I'm catching up quick though. Yeah. Old school with it. I just put it in a folder. It's there forever.
Right.
And she goes, it's on YouTube and everywhere, right? I'm like, can't you just go on YouTube and re-download it? And I was like, yeah, but it's not the same. Got to have the original copy just in case.
Definitely.
Yeah. But before we get started, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience out there real quick.
Right on. I am G Rockwell, Mid-Michigan rapper. Originally from a rap group called Lethal Brand, which got started around 2002 and had a national song on a mixtape that went national and kind of got a lot of traffic. And so from there, Lethal Brand kind of went down the road of careerdom. A lot of things happen with a rap group, though. Some people, a lot of things happen, life happens, kids happen, and we grow up a little bit. But now in my older age, I've been able to find time to get back to the microphone. And so I was, I'm still doing the Lethal Brand thing. Me and the group, we're still pursuing, but more so G Rockwell. We had a lot of time to do a lot of G Rockwell stuff, and it's easier, you get to an age where you've done it this long, and then you can take your time and focus on the things that you want to focus on rather than having the rap group, but rap group's still going strong, you know. So I am G Rockwell, from Michigan artist, hanging out here with Dan Levely. I checked out the show, man. I like the show. Had my homie Astray on here,
Yep.
Hatch. I checked out the Chris Redburn show.
Yep.
And I like what you do for local artists. You know, some of us have a hard time getting on the platforms and
Yeah.
getting the views and getting the shares. I'm not sure what it is. The algorithm is tough, you know. It's a tough thing to wrestle with. So I appreciate the help and the focus, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, the algorithm goes both ways. It's a pain in the ass on my part too. It
Yeah.
switches. Like it switches
Yeah.
up on you all the time. Like you
I've
can
noticed
like
that lately.
once you figure it out, it goes to something else, and you're just like, damn, like it's just it's a constant puzzle, and you just gotta figure it out constantly.
It's funny. I was
It's
just talking about this with my homie Astray on the phone today. We were talking about, you know, I don't want to get too deep in it because we're on a platform right now. YouTube, I love you. I hope you love me back. Hey, but it seems like the content that us artists have been doing, it's I swear it almost seems like it's getting a little shadow banned, you know what I mean? Like, and I've seen
yeah.
some other artists comment about it. Artists bigger than me, bigger than um, you know, maybe a Stray size as well. And it seems like we do content focused on our music, and it doesn't do the same as, say, if I post a reel of me doing a regular mundane thing, that
Right.
might that nowadays that's catching the algorithm. So it's
Yeah.
a tough thing to battle with. The artists are gonna have to find a new way to get it going. You know what I mean? We got to get creative.
Yeah. We got people chiming in the chat. Astray actually chiming in. What's
There
up,
he
Stray?
is.
Yep. Charlie, thank you for chiming in. And
Charlie, what's
Longfellow
good?
Studio. Yep.
Oh, and Longfellow Studio. Let's go there. That's my homie, Jeff Long. He's a producer of mine. He also plays drums for me if I do a live show, and we do a big live show. He's been out to the Busy Bone show. He drums for Lethal Brand as well, and he does a lot of production behind the scenes. So I'd have to give it up for a guy like Jeff Long and Longfellow Studios. Thanks for chiming in. And with that being said, don't let me leave out my homie Kevin Quas. He's I don't know if you know Kevin Quas. He's out here in Midland as well. He goes by the moniker of Quas Music, and he also does a lot of production for me and Lethal Brand. So I'm glad they chimed in. Let's get in the chat, y'all.
I
Love
actually used to work with Kevin Quas way back when. I think I was like 18.
Right.
It was like
okay.
at a telemarketer studio. There was actually it was right down the road from us off of Waldo. It's actually right down the road from me right today. And we used to work at a telemarketer studio. We had like 30 people that worked in there. We all had our scripts. Not one of us could tell you what we were selling. But
Hey, I bet you every time you got on the phone, you had a new pitch, huh?
yeah, it was it was the same pitch over and over again. Blah 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 blah. Boom, and I'm pretty sure it was credit card insurance. I don't know if that's still a thing anymore, but yeah, I used to work with Kevin Quas back then. He was in a group called Truology back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Truology, and he's been producing for a long time. Let's go back to the 90s. And if anybody remembers really awesome Saginaw artist by the name of Infamous.
Yes. Yep.
Infamous is regarded as one of the best freestylers to come out of the 989. Lost his life tragically just I believe about a year ago. Maybe less. But Kevin did a lot of production for him. Almost all. I know Chris Redburn did some production for him as well, but yeah, so he's been around for a while doing a great job out here.
Right. Yeah. There's about a lot of like local people doing, being like going like being connected like through
Yeah.
each other. Like you can't hear one name without hearing another, and it's you're just like boom, boom, like everyone's connected somehow, and I love it because that just means that everyone's working together.
Yep. Yeah, we got some nice little funnels and tunnels in the 989 that work well together, and we do have uh a lot of good camaraderie, you know.
Hmm.
And it's picking up too. The 989 in a lot of areas around here. Um, we had to adjust to
Yes.
the hip hop scene, and we had to adjust to things. And we're doing well now. We're coming back, and the support is vibrant. People are tapping in with each other. I want to
Hmm.
say that I want to bring up the telemarketing thing that you touched on. That's funny.
Yeah.
I used to work a telemarketing job, but I think we were doing basement repair for Duralast. Oh, I can't remember. But me and my friend MC, who Matt Seegers, who
Uh-huh.
is a part of the Architects, and he's doing a lot of good work with his son Solo the Prodigy. I want to shout out Solo the Prodigy and the Architects. Um, he worked at that telemarketing company with me, and we had a script.
Mhm.
And the script went as such. And if you read it right, maybe you make a sale or somebody would bite the, the bait. But MC would get on the phone and throw the script away every time. And he would just start talking to the guy or the gal like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, how you doing today? What's going on?" He was perfect with the gift of gab, and he was pretty much the lead salesman in the company every week. But
Sure.
shouts out to my homie MC and the Architects doing a great job out there.
Yeah,
Saginaw.
yeah. Yeah, I read an article about him not too long ago. I forget what paper it was in, but
Yeah, that was a good article too. He
yeah.
posted it on IG, and I checked it out. That's where I checked it out. I should have linked to the real article, but I did
Right.
read it. Good read.
Yeah, it was great. Great art. I was like, I even like reached out to him and I was like, hey, how did I get these people to write an article about me? And he's just like, I'll try and hook you up. We'll see what I can do. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's hook it
yeah,
up.
because you've been around here doing this for quite a while, and
Yep. Yeah, I started podcasting in 2020 during the pandemic because I
mm,
had nothing to do. Like I wasn't working, and I was just collecting free money. So I was just like, you know what, screw it. If we're gonna start something, we're gonna do it now.
I
So
know, and that was the birthplace of a lot of fire podcasts. You know what I mean?
mhm.
The pandemic really, some people found their talent, and
Yep.
I'm glad about that. Ran with it.
Yep.
Lord mysteriously made us find ourselves, huh?
Yep. Right. Yeah. Exactly. I could go for another pandemic, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right. Let's not go
That was a
crazy
bomb.
with it this time. There was a lot of hoopla. Let's keep it.
Right.
Let's keep
Right.
it tight because we know what it's about now, right?
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Throw on the mask, stay home.
Yep.
Let me get that unemployment, baby.
Yeah. There you go. See.
I'm kidding. YouTube, be nice to us.
Right. Exactly. I'm just saying. I'm tired of working. I could use another pandemic. That was a good little vacation from
Little
everyday
break.
life. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
If you turned off the news, it was just like vacay. You're just like, woo, staycay. I'm
Right,
staying inside. I'm calling everybody else. I'm delivering everything.
right.
Amazon blew up that time.
Yep, yep. A lot of people had to go back to work too, delivering them packages.
Yep, exactly. Like, okay, we can't do this much longer. People are just buying stuff. But yeah, anyways, so how like you grew up in Saginaw, Michigan. How was your childhood growing up in Saginaw?
Let's rewind it. Let's bring it back.
Okay.
So I grew up in the Thumb. I'm from Carroll, Michigan, originally.
Carol.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. And then that's where the Lethal Brand group originated, and we started. Let's bring it back. rewind the hands of time here to 98.
Okay.
And 98, we I don't know if you remember 107.1. They had the hip hop station out here. And once a week, I forget it might have been Friday night, they had a Bout It or Out It show. And you could send your music in, you could hop on the phone and rap. We got on the phone, we had a phone system back in the day where it was like a million like cordless phones off of the same line. So we all went to a different room in the house and kicked the beat and did our rap on I think it was Long John's Bout It or Out It.
Okay.
Radio style. Time Scheme's in here. I know Scheme remembers that show.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. But yeah, we did our thing on the radio show, and people called in and said, "Yo, them cats was nice." So based on that, we kind of forged the rap group. So yeah, growing up, both of my parents are musicians, so the music started as a young age. My parents played in a rock and roll band together, and then they had their thing. Parents break up and stuff. So they did their thing, but the music stayed with me. So I was in a band at 13. I think we started playing together at 13. I was a bass player. You see my bass in the background here?
Yep.
And a little bit of guitar. I got a guitar, and my first instrument was drums. So music was huge. But like I like to tell people, my parents were in a rock and roll group. Top 40 rock and roll was like staying in my brain. John Cougar Mellencamp and all the finest. But hip hop was my first love. So when I was about 8, I had some crazy things happen to me. Missed a lot of school, a lot of violence, a lot of drug use and abuse going on. Sometimes that's what rock and roll brings, So I was displaced for about a year in a home out of town. I think I was in Vassar actually.
Okay.
But an older kid there that I met showed me how to beatbox, and I was like 8. And he introduced me to Run DMC and like I remember Grand Poobah really stuck out to me. Loved him. So that's where my love for hip hop came, and it was forged in kind of a weird spot in life. Traumatic stuff.
Right.
So that's where I can gain inspiration for some of the music that I do write. It was forged in an era of my life that was tough. And everybody has a rough patch, tough patch, and then we grow up and we get better. But we live and we learn, and we can almost have a way for us to therapeutically go through these things and move on, and deal with it. But yeah, that's my past. That's where I'm from. The thumb. And then around 2000, I moved to Ypsilanti, Michigan. I met a lot of cool people down there. Shouts out to my homie Tone. Tone in the chat? Nah. If you listen to my last song that you played before, a lot of shouts out to my homie Tone with the Daytons, the 5.0 with the Daytons.
Yep.
That's what we were doing back then. We had so much slam in that trunk, it was hard to even smoke weed in the car.
Yeah.
So, and then lived in the Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area for a while, and then moved up to Saginaw. Lived in Saginaw for 15 plus years.
Okay.
On the east side, moved to the west side. Shouts out to Day One, my homie Stali and Dulce Cabana and Scheme, who I see up in this chat.
Yep. He's in there.
So yeah, that's kind of how I came for full circle. in the
Okay.
99.
Okay. So you're like you're pretty much in like a boys' home, and that's how you got introduced to hip hop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was basically, yeah. And you know, there was it's not like that place was any better, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah. Most of them aren't. Most of them are. I was like, I was young, but I was in they call them orphanages back then. Like I
mhm,
was in there for like a month or two, and then I got fostered out to a family, and then my grandmother found out, and then she came and got me. It's just like so.
nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
it's yeah. We've all had traumatic passes, like most creative
Yeah,
people do. Like they
yeah. And
most.
then today's day and age, it's kind of run of the mill, you know.
Mhm.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but you know, it makes for a healthy person, a feisty
Right.
person in life, you know. If you can
Right.
find your way through that and get through the pain,
Uh-huh.
it's really just pain that we have to deal with, really.
Right.
And I've noticed over the years, counteract that with love. And I mean, we all learn that yin and yang as
Yep.
we get older, but I'm glad you made it through, Dan. Come on
Oh
now.
yeah. I was young, like as a little baby, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was. Yeah, it's great. I couldn't ask for a better parents. My grandparents were great, so I couldn't ask for better parents.
Shout out
But
to my homie Evan Ranshaw in the chat.
nope.
We used to kick some freestyles.
Oh
I
yeah.
know, yeah, my homie Evan used to hit the ciphers. We
Okay.
used to have some pretty healthy ciphers back in the day.
Now
Uh,
did you ever back in the day, back when I was like in my early 20s, we used to party at like on Hamilton Street back down in Saginaw.
mhm.
And back there was like a little parking. There was like a little cliff, outside of the bar. I forget what bar. Maybe it was Meinberg's or something. But there was a little cliff on the outside where you could park the cars, and people would hang down there, drink, and then
Yep,
ciphers would break out. Were you a
yep.
part of any of those ciphers back then?
I've been to them. I was a
Hmm.
little early in my step in the cipher kit. You know, a lot of our step in the cipher kits were within the house, and but I do remember those ciphers, and
Yeah.
I know Scheme remembers those ciphers. Astray
Yeah.
probably does if they remember those. But I know I was present, and here's a fun fact. I have a homie that was in the rap group with me, Lethal Brand,
Okay.
and he was the the premier freestyler out of our group, and there was a lot of good freestyle ciphers that we all got into, but Nick, aka Ness Northern, um shouts out to my homie there. um he was eating people up in the ciphers, and
Hmm.
I know he was one that was stepping into that cipher before before I was. And interestingly enough, let's go back to the infamous topic. Infamous, one of the best battle rappers, because we used to battle rap too, of course.
Hmm.
One of the best battle rappers I've ever seen, Infamous, really could put the hurting on you in a moment. I seen my homie Ness and Infamous battle rap on my homegirl's porch, Genesee and Genesee and Charles on the west
Okay.
side there.
Yep.
And, and ask him. I see him in the chat. Ness went crazy that day, and he dethroned Infamous.
Yeah.
And and there was a lot of MCs present. Yeah, shouts out Infamous.
Yep.
Scheme knows. There was a lot of MCs present that day. I want to say Dose was there. Knee Dash was there. Oh,
Uh-huh.
rest in peace, Knee Dash. Dub. Oh my gosh, rest in peace,
Yep.
Dub. Ooh, you just dropped some heavy names, Scheme. Good
Yep.
job. Thank you. Yeah, they were all present to witness the dethrone. And that, boy, that was a hip hop moment in time. That might have been
Yeah.
06, 05.
Oh, 05. Yep. Wow. Yeah. It's crazy how we think of like '05 as like a long time ago, like hip hop history. Wasn't that long ago, but yeah, that's what happens.
Kane,
Kane. Yep.
Kane,
Wow.
shouts out to my homie Kane. Thanks, Keen. Bringing them up.
Yep,
I
yep,
know
homie
my
Kane.
homie Money Train was
Yep.
present. Desi. Rest in peace, Money Train. He's another one of our fallen.
The 05
Yeah,
G.
oh five. Hey, shouts out to Chuck Dirty in the chat. Yeah, he knows all about my homie Ness, man. He's a fiery MC and one to be dealt with, man. One to be dealt with.
Yeah, there were times where like all the bars were pretty much emptied and everyone was just out in the parking lot just because of the ciphers going on down there. It's just like, why is the bars even open? You know, I guess somewhere to get beer, but
you sneak a beer out.
Right. Yeah. It was to the point where they couldn't even stop people at that. They're just like, okay, just don't leave the parking lot, I guess. But you're sneaking beers out everywhere. Yeah, back then that was crazy. Those ciphers back then were nuts.
And I mean, let's fast forward. Okay, so that's the type of MC that I am. That's where I come from. And let me get a shout out to my homie MV in the chat. Scheme, I see you throwing them out. Yep. So fast forward to now, knowing the type of MCs that we're from that era. You know, we're from that era of, you know, extreme lyricism.
Right.
And
very technical. Yes.
Yeah, back then it was in order to even gain the respect to maybe print up some singles and get out there on the foot hustle in the street, you had to kind of earn some respect, you know. And nowadays, let's bring this full circle. I think everybody's a rapper now, and that's okay, but we're running into a lot of saturation here. So now it's easy for an individual to pick up their phone, write to a beat, maybe record it on your phone, and then do a reel, do some videos, get a TikTok popping, and you don't really have to work that hard and gain that much respect to have any notoriety. So that's what we're running into. And you know, even going back to that algorithm thing, bro, I think that might have something to do with the algorithm thing too. Like, you know, there's so many artists now that I do think that the algorithm is fighting it a little bit, and maybe, but which brings me to the positive point of this. And just like the discussion I was talking with a Stray earlier, I think it's time to get innovative. I think we got to think outside the box and bring something to the table that has, you know, originality, taste, creativity. Let's go with, I love comedy. And I think you know, you can tug at heartstrings nowadays, but I think people want to get to know you more, and they want to see the insights, the simple, the mundane. Standing in front of a camera and lip syncing your song and posting it as a reel, it might be getting overdone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you see that everywhere now. Like I see when I do my research on artists, and everything, it's I hear a really cool verse on like a TikTok or something, or a reel or a short, and I was like, okay, cool, that sounds really good. Let's go, and there's nothing. It's just 150 versions of that same verse over and over again on different reels, on different. And that makes me think that it's not even his. You know, like where'd you steal this from? Like,
and then I wonder, like, does the, you know, before the algorithm responded to that, you know, one song, maybe 12 pieces of content for that one song, and just pound it. But I think it's changing, and I think us as artists, we can come together and figure out some cool new ways to display and create content. I think we got to figure it out.
Right. It's just like the whole podcasting thing. Like I said, during the pandemic, everyone had a podcast. Everyone and their mother had a podcast. It's nowadays everyone and their still has a podcast. But now you see the most famous, like the famous people jumping in, stealing all the shit for it. But yeah, what are you gonna do about it, really?
Right,
Honestly, what are you gonna do about
right,
it? They
right.
have an audience, so they might as well. But
Yeah, it's
in
tough. I seen you
in
had Tommy Chong on though. Shouts out to Tommy Chong. I used to
oh
have
yeah,
or a buddy of mine used to have one of his bongs, the Zong Bong.
yeah,
He sold those Zong Bongs online, and I don't know if you remember, but I think that's kind of how he got pinched and went to the bank because
yep.
he forgot to pay taxes on all that.
Oh well, there's an interesting story about that. It's
What was it?
if you guys want to, you can go back and watch the episode. It's the first thing that pops up on my YouTube page. But
Do
yeah,
that.
he like a CE. Pretty much, long story short, a CEO went undercover into like one of Tommy's. They're trying to get him for like illegal distribution or something like that for like the longest time, and they can never pinch him. They can never pinch him because he wasn't breaking any laws.
Right.
So a CEO or like like a CIA or person went in there undercover and got hired at one of his factories or whatever, or his spots where they make the bongs and distribute them, and illegally did something, and then he got pinched for that, for what the CIA agent did while he was. It wasn't had nothing to do with Tommy really, but yeah, he had to go to
Yep.
jail
See,
for some bullshit, pretty much.
they got my man.
Yeah.
I see my homie Goki up in here. He remembers that Zong Bong. That thing would kick our butts, man. I
That
tell
was
you what, you'd have a good time though. You'd have a
yeah,
good
yeah.
time. I like that
Yep.
bong.
Yep. I had a Zong bong too. That was like $400 bong. It was not
Yeah,
cheap.
and it was curved, so you could
Yep.
put the ice, and then it would
Yep.
trick you though because you would take a big old pull and not feel it, and then whoo,
Until the exhale. Once the
kids,
exhale hit, we're just like woo, 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 woo. We get a lot of that.
kids, we're talking about regular things, okay? We're not
Yep.
going into detail.
The Zong bong. Yep.
I like to see everybody in the chat. Goki, what's up, man?
Yep.
For sure, spill proof. That's what's up.
It was too.
Home-
It was an amazing,
Hometown hero
amazing
right
design.
there. My man is from out there in Carroll, out there in the thumb, keeping it tough, keeping it true.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So what you are actually also the drummer for Mike Spitz and also Redburn, which both of them have been on the show recently.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. How'd you come about? How'd you like meet up with those guys and come about being their drummer?
Oh, funny story. So, me and Chris Redburn, that's my homie from a long time, and Mike as well. Mike is awesome with the freestyle ciphers too. Mike used to hop up in our freestyle ciphers. He was kind of a different genre a little bit. But he had no problem hopping up in our ciphers and freestyling every time and doing a great
Yeah.
job. So Mike has always been a homie, known him for years. And then me and Red go back like two flats on the Cadillac. And he was the one that put our Lethal Brand song on his mixtape. And that mixtape, Gripping the Mitten, Mission 3, was the one that went national. And that song went national. So I've known Red forever. And he put us on the map with the first start. So I keep in touch with him, talk a lot, go over to his house, and our kids know each other, we hang out. I'm at his house one day, and he's had the band for a couple of years. I was a fan. I've seen his band live. But he went through a couple drummers, and he was having a tough time keeping drummers. Right. And I was there, and I was like, yeah, man, if you ever need a drummer, let me know. I'll try to sit in. And he was like, you don't know how to play drums. And I said, well, yeah, I do. Drums is my first instrument, brother. You got to remember, I had a past of music before you met me. And so he said, let me see. He had a kit in his house. He said, let me see. I went back there. He put a song on, and I just, fit in, and his jaw hit the floor. I was like, bro, how? Yes, I know how to play drums. And so from then, he was like, yeah, well, let's give it a shot, you know. And I sat in a couple of shows, and then everything responded well. People liked G Rockwell on the kit.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Mike. Mike, um, he wanted more of a live sound,
Okay.
and he wanted more of a band feel live, which, you know, he's got some musicians that travel with him too. Shouts out to my homie Deshaun Witherspoon, hell of a bass player, way better
Mhm.
than me. And Will Patrick, you know, we're all connected. Will used to play for Redburn. He was Redburn's original guitar player. Now he's playing for Mike. But you
Yeah.
know, the big picture here is we come together to help each other.
Right.
Um, Chris with his band, you know, when he needs a drummer, he can holler at me. He's been having Tony B sit in. I actually had some surgeries. I didn't want to get into it, but I had some carpal tunnel surgeries on both
Mhm.
hands, so I had to sit the bench for a minute. So you know, we found some replacements. But the whole picture is, you know, we help each other. And
Right.
if my homie wants a drummer, needs a drummer, um, I'll sit in for you. You know, I'll give it a shot. And we've been having a lot of good success with it. You know.
Mhm. Now, did you? I know you recently said you had surgery on your hands, but were you at the 4th of July fireworks from Bay City when Redburn
No,
played, or no?
no. That
Okay.
last year I was with them. Last year we had PD Pablo and Chingy out there,
Mhm.
and we played, and I was there. But this year, no, they had Tony. Shouts out Tony B. He's a
Okay.
local in Saginaw. Has been doing a lot of music, a lot of he does a variety. He can play guitar, sing, entertain, drum, DJ, karaoke. You know, he does a lot in the area. But you
Mhm.
know, he's been sitting in, and he's been doing a great job. He's played with Redburn before. He sat in for Stevie. I don't know if you know Stevie Lee Kinzer, the
No.
singer
No.
for Redburn.
Oh, singer.
Shout, yeah, shouts out Stevie Lee. He's a singer for Redburn, excellent singer. But when Stevie was out of town, um Tony was stepping in and singing. And
Oh,
like
wow.
I say, it's a team, and it's a team effort here. You know, when we need help, we're there for each other. We've known each other for a long time. We're
Mhm.
all brothers, and we got a bond that you know, things can be delicate sometimes, but we're unbreakable. You know, we've known each other for years, so a lot of the small riffraff, it don't touch us.
Right. Right. Yeah. Like, yeah, for being together for that long.
Hmm.
And it's just like having like personal relationships, not just being in the band, just like personal relationships and just knowing each other. It's just like
Right, and that's
it.
what I base a lot of my, you know, especially with Chris and Mike, you know, that's based off of my friendship. You know, I'm like, I'm your
Mhm.
homie. We're homies. We've been homies for years.
Right.
And that's what I go with first. You know, it's and we get down to business, and we treat each other fair, and we do a good job. But you know,
Right.
the big picture is how can we help each other lift and better our career together, because we're all talented. And if we don't work together, we're only hurting each other. Feel me?
Right. Yep. Yep. I talked to like a lot of artists, like from like Jersey, from Texas, California, everywhere across the country. And there's like every time I bring up the Midwest rap, they're just like, we like the
Where
Midwest
they
is different
begin?
because everyone's together. Like everyone helps each
Mm,
other in the Midwest. That's the way it
yeah.
is. The
Hmm.
Midwest rap, everyone helps each other, and you don't get that in like Jacksonville in Florida. Like I had an artist on just the other day, and that's coming from Jacksonville, and it's like everyone's in competition with each other out here. Like no one wants to help one another.
That's tough. That's
And it's
tough.
like you got to get past that. And I'm like, if
Yeah.
this guy
Uh,
wins it,
I see Florida is doing a good job, though.
they're getting there.
Jacksonville, yeah, Jacksonville might be a little different, but I do see some artists in Florida really intertwining and doing a good job to help each other out. I'm following a lot of Florida artists right now. You know,
Oh,
we
yeah?
just did a show with FJ Outlaw. And then there's another group out of Georgia, the Sticks, that we did a show with. You know, some of those groups are more country rap based, but they're tight knit and they're working together. So
Right.
we try to focus on those type of sentiments when we're looking to, you know, mess with people from out of town. But shouts out to Florida. They're keeping it true. They're coming together, huh?
Right.
Isn't Florida and Michigan like distant cousins?
You would think so. Yeah, kind of, but yeah.
I thought we were. I thought we were related because, you know, if you retire from Michigan, you go to Florida and ride a golf cart.
Right. I guess, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's where
yo, shout out to my homie Justin in the chat.
No.
So let me tell you about my homie Justin. He's
Okay.
from the Thumb area as well, and him and his homie Keith had a rap group together called Noxious Prodigy. And boy, I'll tell you, them dudes, they could really put it down in a major way. But shouts out to you, Justin, man, and in a Noxious Prodigy camp, man. They used to keep it
nice.
true, and they still do.
And they still do. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we've gone over our time limit, but no, not for the end of the show. We're still good on that. But usually, like halfway through the show, I like to play a video, and that's usually the 30-minute mark. But I think we're gonna go a little over today because it's a good conversation. Why not?
Yeah, we had a good combo. I like that.
Yeah, if we have an extra time, but if you have extra time, why not? You know.
Yeah,
but yeah,
let's get
into a song real quick. Now, this was an MP3 you sent me, so I mixed it into like a little video. Excuse the graphics, sorry guys, I had to do what I could at short notice. But it's called "Stay True." Do you want to talk about this track before we get into it, or?
Yes, let me talk about this real quick. So, you know, this song is coming from a little bit of them pain areas, but funny enough, I heard a female voice on the chorus with me, so I'm singing the chorus. And I'm always bothering my daughter to get in the studio because my daughter can sing very well. Shouts out to my daughter, Bailey May. So that is my daughter singing the chorus with me. And then shouts out to my homie Kevin Quas out here in Midland. He produced it, mixed it, mastered it. Let's go. I like that.
All right. Hey, let's get into it. It's G Rockwell with "Stay True." Turn your volumes up, everybody. Here we go.
Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true.
The world double agent foul is flagrant. I know they were here, I can still smell the fragrance. Strange fruit, and I can tell when I taste it. I was searching for purpose, I found that I lost patience. Trials of life, my first arraignment, using my coat as a blanket. And I gotta thank God that I made it, cause through all of the vapors, I could have been out stealing bases, using a stainless. Your fort is basic compared to a hockey face Jason. And the move for taking, heartbreaking. Start whizzing yourself, your heart racing. You see that he don't care if he go to prison or hell. In dark places, envision myself stargazing, speeding off with 2 squad cars chasing. My palms faced in the pursuit of large faces, plus eloquent bar spacing. The weed session in a small rotation. I burn a sacrament, we invoking a calculation. As I prepare for patience and meditation, too many desires can lead to desperation. And digging around don't get you an education, and poking holes won't get you the proper ventilation. I'm taking the top down as if it was an obligation. They got some hate in them, blatant racism, and nothing on the topic of discussion. When a beautiful chariot they rode in turns back to a pumpkin. Imagine basing your whole life off assumption. When the love is around, diminishes all corruption. Say it with your chest, Teddy Ruxpin. The mighty pillars you stood upon begin crumbling. Total destruction, they definitely bluffing. I wrote it down and then recorded overproduction. And right about now they feel as low as a munchkin. In a world full of consequences and repercussions, the reaper waiting for me to make a mistake so we can take and receive his pay for all of my dumb assumptions.
Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No matter what they do,
Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true. Stay true, stay true.
I cut it short. I think I cut it short. Sorry.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
great. That song comes out August 19th. Stay tuned.
okay. Unreleased. So there we go.
Yeah,
Exclusive here on
unreleased.
the Dan Levely Show.
Yeah, I was giving you the sauce, man. I wanted to look out.
That's right. It's very awesome. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's very it's like a relaxing, like vibey tone, like a little vibey
Yeah,
beat
this
going on there. Something you can smoke a BB to, you know?
right, right. I have a knack for riding music. You know, everybody needs a
Mhm.
little bit of riding music. You might have to take a road trip sometimes. I know I ain't got enough money to fly everywhere.
Right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but if you can't afford to fly, road trips suck.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can throw the earbuds in. Let's go. Still
Yep,
listen.
exactly. Yeah, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. But yeah, it's very it's almost a soothing, relaxing. But if you listen to lyrics, you find the emotion in it too. It's just
Yeah,
it's
like
all
I
there.
say, the this song and I have two more songs coming out that will be rounded up my first album that I started dropping in April.
Hmm.
So I started dropping the singles in April. This is the latest one, Stay True. And then two more for that album, which I think I landed on the title Forms. Um, Forms. I've spoken about it here and there. Forms is ancient Greek philosophy that was spawned by Homer. Homer, not
Okay.
Simpson. But the Greek philosopher. So you know, the study of forms is basically in a nutshell, it's a philosophy about the nature of reality.
Right.
Ooh, shouts out to my homie Joe Loco, Fly Loco. You know, Joe Loco right there in the chat, baby. I see you. He's an original member of Lethal Brand.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So shouts
Uh,
out to Joe Loco, Josh Alvarez right there. Um,
uh,
so yeah, to get back to the album story, Stay True will be on the album, and it's one of the writing songs. That'll be album that has a flavor of everything. It's got up, it's got mid, it's got pain, revolution.
mhm.
But then I have a lo-fi album I'm working on as well.
Okay.
And I haven't told anybody about it. So
Ooh,
you're the first
that's
one that I'm telling about the lo-fi album. And if to my fans out there who don't understand lo-fi, so lo-fi would be your elevator brand music of hip hop without lyrics, but soothing in hip hop nonetheless. But I took the idea of lo-fi hip hop and notched it up a little bit, put some pain and some real rap lyrics with it,
Mhm.
and I'm simultaneously working on that album as well. So there's another local producer out here in Midland. Shouts out to my homie Eric from M20. I don't know if you remember M20. Pretty big rap group out here in the
Yep.
Midland area.
Yep.
So he produced the beat for me, and that'll be the first single that I release this Tuesday,
Okay.
August 5th. And that song is called Gravity.
Gravity. Yep. Yep. And honestly, I do have it downloaded. It's right here on the playlist. We can't play it at the end of the song, at the end of the show.
Up to you, brother. Up to you.
Okay. Well, it's kind of up to you, honestly, because I need your consent to do so.
Oh yeah. You got it though. You got it, brother.
Okay.
Right.
Like, I love it when people do it. I'm like, it's up to you. It's up to you. Play whatever you want. I'm like, no, actually, I can't. I need your permission because YouTube likes to copyright shit.
Exactly, especially unreleased stuff.
Yep. Exactly.
One more sentiment here. Let me also give a shout out, if I may.
Uh-huh.
Let me also give a shout out to my homies Twin THIER out here in Midland. So a couple of Saturdays from yesterday, we'll be having a show in Midland, and I'll be present. My rap group will be there, Lethal Brand, and the Twins. They put this show on every year, and it's a healthy benefit show, and all the proceeds go to the Midland County Humane Society. So I really like that. The Twins, they've been doing this for years. They really got, hearts of gold, them guys. And I want to see everybody come on out to that show. And a little tidbit here, Astray will also be at that show, putting on.
Yep, Astray will be there. Yep. I also will be there. So,
I was hoping that you would make it out there.
Yep, I made it. Last year we tried to do like the whole live broadcast. I was gonna do I did a live broadcast from there, and the whole object was like to interview artists while that was going on. But we always had music going on, so I really couldn't hear nobody, and it didn't turn out as well as I planned it. And plus, with all the music they were playing, I got copyrighted like crazy. So I ended up having to take the video down. So it was a whole 6 hours of filming. It was great. It was a great time, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I was also thinking, like, I'm sure what I had in mind was maybe 2 or 3 minute sections after each performance where you could do a quick little on-site interview.
Right.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna hijack that's their thing. I'm not gonna hijack their
But if
thing,
not, come on out and enjoy the show. Be entertained.
Yeah, but exactly, yeah. So I was like, well, last year I tried to broadcast live. I tried to do something for them, but it really didn't pan out. Like, so this year I'm just gonna go out, make connections, listen to some good music, and hopefully get some guests on the show. That's pretty much what we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stray will be out there. Yeah, it's gonna be it's a fun time. Regardless, it's a fun time.
Shouts out to my homie Balzer in the chat. Dave Balzer also be out there. His homie Codeine. I like them. They bring a brand of hip hop that we need. We need that brand of hip hop out here. We need all different brands of hip hop.
That's what you get here too. So especially around these parts, it's like a melting pot of different.
Yeah, I believe there's gonna be a guitar player out there as well. I believe Christopher Thurlow. Yeah. Jay Dro will be out there. He does a lot of rap with the Twins.
Yep.
I believe Sharik LSCZ will be out there. I believe I've seen him perform at one of these shows before, but he could be new to the bill. I'm not sure, but he'll be on the bill as well.
They had a few people from M20 out there last year too.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was cool. It's like, wow, a bunch of local artists is getting together. It's like, wow, this is crazy. And I was
Yeah,
just like,
shout out Eric and James from
yeah,
M20, man. Them guys been doing it for years. They're vets. They know how to do it, and they're
mhm.
good guys. Good guys.
Yeah, my fiance's like, what's going on? I'm like, why are you so excited? I'm like, this is pretty much every local artist in the area, like right here, right now. And
Right.
I'm sorry, but if you like independent music like I do, you get a little excited from stuff like this. But
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
Love it, man.
yeah. But yeah, so you played in a lot of shows. Like, what do you think it would be like your favorite venue or show that you played so far?
Favorite show? Well, I'll tell you. I had a lot of fun with the Busy Bone show last year that we did. Um, Saginaw, downtown Saginaw, behind the Hamilton Street Pub. That was an excellent show, and I'll be honest,
Mhm.
Busy Bone, he's impressive. He's an older cat,
Right,
and he's been through a lot. We're older cats. We've been through a lot. I've been a Bone Thugs fan from who hasn't, you
right.
know, and
Day
and
one.
Busy, geez, I mean, out of the bone, everybody loves him. So to see him well into his career and still just murdering the mic, that's really him rapping at a
Yeah.
live show, and he's doing great. I thought that show was awesome. And let me give you a sleeper. I had a lot of fun at the Afro Man show in Bay
Okay.
City.
All right.
Afro
Afro
Man,
Man. Yeah.
Afro Man is super entertaining. Sleeper. And you
Yeah.
now come on, Afro Man has Because I Got High, and that song was
Yep.
fun.
Yep.
But then after you travel through his catalog when you might like to listen to it when you're drinking a bunch of beer, smoking a bunch of weed, things like that. But other than that, Afro Man he had that cliche type of, but I was a big fan. I was a huge
Right.
fan. So going out there doing that show with him, that was fun. And let me tell you another thing about Afro Man. That dude can wail on the guitar.
Yeah.
Yep, he had about a 15-minute jam session in the middle of his set. The DJ just threw on some and he got the guitar and just started jamming. I had no idea that Afro Man could wail like that, but shouts out to Afro Man. That was a fun show. I like
Yeah.
that show a lot.
The Afro Man. Yeah, I remember going to see Bone Thugs and Harmony. Back, I think it was in my mid-20s, back at the Watering Trough in Saginaw, back where the
I
Watering
was
Trough used
there.
to be there. Yep.
Lethal Brand was there.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
So
Lethal
our
Brand
paths
opened
did
up.
cross at some point. Yep.
Yes, yes. Lethal Brand was there. We did a lot of them shows, if you remember, with Prozac and Kurt D
Yep. Okay.
from
Yep.
Bedlam.
Prozac. Yep. I remember Prozac.
Prozac did a lot of good promoting around here, and he always let me and the Lethal Brand fellas know and gave us an opportunity to be on the shows if we
Okay.
wanted to. Yeah, always appreciate that guy.
Yep.
Prozac. Shout out to him. I think he's still around the area doing his haunting series.
It's Haunting series.
Yep, he does the hauntings, Dice Road Cemetery. He did the
Wait, that's that guy?
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That's
Prozac,
crazy.
baby. I think he goes by Steve Shippey.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him on the show for like a year and a half now.
Really?
Because I saw the Dice Road Haunting, and I was like, dude, I live like 5 miles away from there. I was like, you got to come on my
Me
show and
too.
talk about this. And he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he hit me up, and he was like, you got into it, but then it just kind of faded. The conversation faded from there, and I was just like, huh, like I got to
Maybe
get
we're
this guy
maybe
on.
we're rekindling the flame right
Right,
now.
right. But it was my friend Julie Larson, who I worked with at Applebee's on State Street for like fucking years, forever. She
Okay.
actually lived. I don't know if she lives in there now, but while they were doing the taping, her and her wife lived in that house, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And like I didn't even know that she lived in that house until I saw it on the Discovery Plus. I'm just like, that's fucking Julie. What the hell?
Did you have any experiences? What was it like?
Right, exactly. And I'm just like, what the hell's going on here?
I'm super interested in all that stuff. You know, I try to stay away from too many of those. Yeah, I don't like to invite it in, but man, all that stuff is super interesting to me.
Yeah, that's the only thing stopping me from being like a paranormal investigator is bringing this shit home with me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to subject my family to that.
I mean, I'll dig into Bigfoot or, you know, maybe Dogman or something like that, but I'm gonna leave the spirits to the professionals. I can't.
Yep.
I get a little queasy.
Yeah, that Zach Baggins or whatever the fuck his name is from the Ghost Adventures. He has his own like weird ass museum out in Vegas.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, wow. So yeah, I would like to go see that. But yeah, he's got some weird shit out there, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out Steve Shippey. I hope we can bring that to fruition for you.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. Yeah, I've wanted to talk to him about that whole investigation. And I even told him about the Olsen. I think it's called the Olsen Market. That's also down on Dice Road. It's been like abandoned. It was like there in the 1920s, and that's also like haunted. It's supposed to be like a gateway or whatever. But he's like, yeah, I investigated that too. It's nothing. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. See, I don't want to just go walking out there and bump into a skinwalker. You know, it's not something I'm looking forward to.
No. No, I'm gonna stay away from that as far as possible. I'm gonna let Steve do that shit.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
tell me
watch
about
it from my couch. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell me about it, bro.
Yeah. But you know, just real quick on that subject, while we're there, we've done shows with I don't know if you remember, we had the Dayton family up in the watering trough a couple times.
Yeah.
MC Breed, obviously the Bone Thugs. We played a lot of shows at the watering trough back then. So shout out to the Dayton family too. They got a show coming up down in the 810 area with I believe UGK.
Yep, UGK.
Yep, UGK. I definitely want to try to get down to that one. You know what I mean? But we'll see how things go.
Right, exactly. Like it's fun to see your childhood rappers get. I don't want to say old. We'll say older. I don't want to say old, but we'll say older because now they're coming to like all these small venues that you'd never be able to see them when they were big. Right. But now that they're kind of, they're kind of relaxed a little bit. Now you get to go see them at all these like little small venues. Now I understand what my parents were talking about. Back in the day.
And I mean, on the topic of down south rap, just real quick, I mean, you might be able to listen to a variety of my catalog and think, a lot of East Coast bass influence, but the South, I have so many favorite rappers out of the South. UGK being one of them, and then Bun B, Pimp C, huge influences. But let's also talk about Orange Mound with 8 Ball and MJG. Love them guys. Listening to them for years. A lot of Outkast. Love Outkast. And my favorite down south rap group of all time, Goody Mob.
Goody Mob, yeah.
Goody Mob. I listen to them still every day.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'll turn on a Goody Mob song every once in a while. Yeah.
Yep, every day. They're in my playlist. They spin through. Yeah. Love them. Seen them live in Detroit at the that was the State Theater. They opened up for Outkast. Outkast had a great show, live band, but Goody Mob really stuck out to me, man. Big Gip came out in he had a whole Confederate flag outfit. Like, it was loud, entertaining, and awesome. Shout out to the down south rap, really influencing,
Right. Yeah, that was in Detroit too, wasn't it?
Yep.
Detroit. Yeah.
Ludacris opened that one up too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was.
That is like a fire. That sounds like a fire ass concert right there. Damn.
That was super fire. Hey, Chuck Dirty, Black Ice. Yeah, let's get it. Goody Mob all day,
Goody Mob. Yeah, that sounds like a badass fucking concert though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hell yeah. But yeah, so what artists would you like to work with in the near future?
Hmm. Now, if I'm shooting big, let me lay it on the table.
Okay,
If I'm shooting big,
let's
I
go
want to
big.
do a song with Denzel Curry.
Okay,
I don't know if anybody out there is tuning in to Denzel, but I've been a huge fan of his for a long time. And if the opportunity were to present itself and the finances were in order, man, I'd love to do a song with Denzel.
okay.
But locally, I always love working with my homie Ray P. Shouts out to
Okay.
Ray P out of
That sounds pretty
Saginaw.
honest. Yep.
We're gonna be doing some more work in the future, and then same thing with Astray. Shouts out to my homie Astray. We're gonna be doing some work, more work than we've previously done.
Okay.
And then locally, out of the local area, I'm gonna be. I've been trying to keep this a secret, but G Rockwell and Mike Spitz have some music coming,
Okay.
and Mike Spitz also has some music coming with my rap group Lethal Brand.
Okay.
Um, and we're gonna dive into some interesting forms of music, have a little country hip hop flavor to that with a rock and roll twist. Because let's not forget where we all come from.
Uh-huh.
I mean, hip hop. It was my first love, but I mean, everybody likes the heartfelt guitar. I mean, maybe not everybody, but if you can marry the two with the heartfelt guitar, the sentiments of the country music, but yet the creativity of hip hop with the
Uh-huh.
lyricism, it's
Right.
like a bowl of Fruity Loops to me. I'm just in there. Mm.
Like taking it. But
Hmm.
yeah, I always told studying like if you're gonna like intertwine any two genres of music, it's country and hip hop. Like you did the whole country rock thing, and that was okay, but the whole country hip hop thing that seems to be like taking over right now.
Yep. Yep.
Like you
Yeah,
see a
I
lot.
mean, you can stomp the distortion pedal on a lot of different uh genres of music.
Uh-huh.
But what can you strum the acoustic guitar to?
Right.
That gives you a new dynamic
Yeah.
and a flavorful foot to step out on.
Right. Yeah, it's just like it's just weird because I think Nelly was like I honestly I want to say Nelly was like the first person to cross over to the country. I could be wrong.
I want to say Kid Rock had it in the bag. And let's not forget, a lot of people, you could say what you want about Kid Rock, but I've been a Kid Rock fan for years. He's
Yeah.
been representing Michigan in a major way. And I think, a lot of the things that he obviously started with the ball with the ball, the bat, the bang, big day, he went there, but then he also started marrying in them country vibes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it started with Kid. Nelly, obviously, him and Tim McGraw did a great job with that song. The song still
Mhm.
plays and does a great but yeah, shout out to Kid Rock from Michigan, keeping it true, man. He's from Michigan, by proxy. We are supposed to root for Kid
Right.
Rock.
By proxy, because yeah, I'm from Michigan.
Yeah, we're
But
from Michigan.
yeah, I remember he had a song with Sheryl Crow on it. Like I think it was that first the Bob with the Bob album.
Mm-hmm.
He had that song with Cheryl that it was a cover. That put your picture away with Sheryl Crow.
Yeah,
That was
put
pretty
your
good.
picture. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a pretty
yeah.
good cover.
So I mean, that's been touched on, but we're trying to bring new flavors into it. I see
Okay.
Angel in the chat. Heck yeah, I see you in there.
Okay. No, that's exactly what you said. Heck yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
And
she
then you're
had
like,
to.
heck yeah, you're just in here, but that's what you said. But yeah,
She had
okay,
to come
cool.
in and say, "Heck yeah." And it was probably about the Kid Rock thing. Like, if you're from
Yeah.
Michigan, you got to be a Kid Rock fan, even if you secretly don't listen to him.
Right.
You support him in public. Like, yeah, he's from Michigan.
Right. It's like that with all the Michigan people, like Stevie Wonder. Even though I don't think he's really blind, I get
Are
chastised a
you
lot.
serious?
I don't think Stevie Wonder's really blind.
I
I
want
don't.
to hear. I want to hear you. What?
I
How?
well,
How?
I remember it. I think it was the Grammys. It was the Grammys or the Oscars, one of those two, one of the big award ceremonies. And somebody on stage, it was a girl, and he's standing up in the crowd, and he's like applauding and all that stuff. There's nobody standing next to him. It's just him. He's just up, applauding. And the girl blows a kiss to him, and he instantly goes and blows it back. And I'm just like, what did that motherfucker just do? I'm like, who told him that she blew a kiss to him? Because no one's standing near him. I'm like, how did he see that? And I'm like, from that point on, I'm almost like, he may be legally blind, but that motherfucker can see.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I don't mind going down them tunnels and saying, "Hey,
Right.
what's good? What's
Like,
good?"
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Hey, either way, we still love Stevie.
Right? Yeah, we still love Stevie. And,
Yep.
Bob
Blind or
Seger.
not.
Yep. Yeah, blind or not. Yeah, Bob Seger, Motown, fucking BB King. Hell yeah, all these Michigan people.
Yeah, Stray. He says Stevie ain't blind and Kid Rock is actually an adult. Wait, your name is Kid Rock?
Right, it is actually an adult. Yep, Stevie ain't
But
blind.
I mean, I'm almost 60, but
Yep.
kid. Well, we got a lot of young and littles out there too in the hip hop world that I think they might had to change that young to mid age.
Right, like Little Wayne can't be little anymore. He's just got to be Wayne.
Yeah, I mean he's still kind of little stature wise. I mean he's not.
Yeah, he's small. He's a small dude.
He didn't grow any, so I mean I let that one slide. Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I think wasn't it like Little Bow Wow that actually took the little out of his name when he grew up? He's like, now he's just Bow Wow.
Which is rightfully so because he had to add a little bass into that bark. Sierra broke his heart, and I felt bad for him, but shout out to Bow Wow.
Yeah, take
all part of our hip hop history.
Oh yeah. That's growing up as kids. Yep. Yeah, I remember seeing his videos on MTV back when MTV played videos, and he was just sitting there. It was a song about basketball. And I was like, this is stupid as shit. I'm like, the only reason he made it is because he's Snoop's nephew.
Was that the one of him and Lil Romeo was doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because Lil Romeo could hoop though, right?
Yeah, like they both could hoop.
Lil Romeo has some game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take that from him, but I'm just saying the whole Little Romeo, Little Bow Wow thing. I don't know. I was over it. I was over it. I was over that shit before it started. I'm like, come on, guys, really? Kids now? We're doing kids now? Come on.
Now, Jeezy, I'll let you still use the young, but when I refer to you, I'm just gonna say Jeezy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I don't know, Jeezy. You my age. You might be older.
He's a little older, probably.
You might have to drop the young.
Yeah. I don't think it says Young Jeezy anymore on Spotify. I think it just says Jeezy.
Wow, good for him.
I think he might have dropped that too. I could be wrong on that too.
Trademark.
Right.
That, yeah, we're in a new age of hip hop. But I'm glad, man. I'm glad because we were destined for doom there for a second.
It was looking a little rough. Like hip hop was like, okay, what's gonna happen now?
Mm-hmm.
And
I see a lot of kids involving themselves into the classic hip hop. Like for instance, my daughter is into MF Doom.
Okay.
Tyler the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some, obviously MF Doom. We've all been a fan of MF for years. I know I have. But guys like Tyler, he really stepped on the scene in 2010, maybe 2012.
Yep. Yeah, it's like 2012, 2014.
2012 was when the Yonkers went national. Yep. He had a couple albums before that. But now Tyler's he's blowed up.
Yeah. A legend now.
Yeah, and I listened to his albums. I checked out the last one, and then this new one, Don't Tap the Glass. The last one, Chromacopia. That was dope. And I think that's 2 within a year. So I mean, I'm proud of the guy. The guy's working hard. And I see the youth tapping into some good quality hip hop artists like that. I'm not saying Tyler's a hip hop artist. He reaches a lot of different genres, but
Right.
MF Doom, for our youth to be introduced to classic New York hip hop, latch on and like it,
Right.
we're looking up.
We're looking up.
The
We're on the
future
come up.
is bright.
I was just gonna ask you, like, what do you see for like the future of hip hop with the younger crowd these days? But you kind of just answered it.
I see it bright. I do see a bright future, and I see a bright future for a lot of different type of crossover. And just let me touch on this real quick, and I don't want to make a big deal of it, but white rappers, I see a lot of improvement in the white rapper category. And I see that there's going to be new innovative white rappers that the comparison to Eminem is going to go away.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow an artist out of Milwaukee called Prof.
Oh, no, I have not.
He's amazing.
Right.
He's a white rapper. But when you listen to him, I don't know, you might being from our generation, you might secretly have some comparison to Eminem in the back of your head. But overall, it's not a go-to thing. He's different. And I think there's a lot of artists like that. And not only moving from white artists, but I see Native American artists from the Southwest, Arizona area. One of the artists that I work with out of Lethal Brand is Native American, and we tap into a lot of those genres, and we like it, and we incorporate some of that stuff with our music too. So I see a really healthy future for hip hop, and I'm glad. Oh, Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, my homie Prof from out of Minnesota. I said Milwaukee, but hey, it's the general area.
Yeah, it's close. Milwaukee, yeah, Wisconsin, it's close.
With that sentiment in mind, I see a lot of good, bright future for hip hop with a lot of cool, innovative artists that are really going to bring a lot of cool things to the table.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that for a second, because mostly you get all these young artists, and it's the shoot 'em up hip hop, and I'm just like, oh damn, here we go again. We got to have the whole East Coast West Coast thing in again, but
there's always going to be that element, right? It's forged into our pain, it's forged into our life. A lot of us have actually had to live by them codes and go through those things. So the speech about it would be coming from a valid place, but some of us haven't, and some of those folks do half step, and it's unfortunate, but I think you have a lot of that now, whether you have grown up, if you've ever been in violent encounters, situation, neighborhoods. It's what you're going to rap about, maybe, it's going to be touched on, but not every artist is a full-blown out gangster. Everybody, come on, can we be real a little bit? Like, I get it, I like it too, but good point, Dan.
Yeah,
not every artist is going to be 50 Cent.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to wear a bulletproof vest to prove myself.
Yeah.
So I think our future is bright in that sentiment too. I think we're moving into more of a music sense, where the music matters more and the lyrics matter as well. But can you marry them both? Can you incorporate pain, emotion, past life adventures with bright, upbeat, up tempo dance? There's room for a lot of good improvement, and I feel it. I feel it coming, Dan. I feel it coming.
Yeah, you see like a lot of like young artists, like that, just to take the local. You got Solo the Prodigy that you brought him. He was on the show. He was 17 when he was on the show or something like that. Like didn't even graduate high school, and he's out here making music. We're just like, damn. And it's not the whole shoot 'em up stuff. It's like actual technical lyricism, and you're just like, yeah, like
Yep,
and
feeling emotion.
yeah, and he actually taught me how to, how to how to like rap fast, how to speed rap. And I'm just like, he goes, you just have to say what you want to say and then play it back just faster. And I was like,
Wow, okay.
and I was like that. I was like, no, I'm like, I had no idea what that was for on my radio. It was like, turn up the pace, turn up the pace. So it actually goes blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I never thought
It's like,
about that either. That's a good idea.
he's like, turn on an Eminem song and slow it down, get the words, and then just gradually speed it up. And I was like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, 17-year-old taught me how to rap. I was like, damn.
And he comes from a really rich musical upbringing. You know, I did a lot of work with his dad.
Yep.
MC,
Yeah.
shout out my homie Matt Seegers, and Lethal Brand did a mixtape with him and his homie NV. At that point, they were called the Doughboys.
Yep.
And we did a whole mixtape together. And so, yeah, Solo definitely comes from a very rich hip hop background. You know, I remember Solo as a kid, you know, coming up, young guy, and then growing into his hip hop prowess, and he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Now, I'm proud of him. He's doing a great job.
I think even I don't know if he's still in the chat, but even Scheme's son.
Yes, Ja Lil.
Skeezer. Yeah. Yep,
Yeah,
Skeezer.
yep. Skeezer. Excuse me.
Yep.
Ja Lil. It's his real name. I always, you know, I sometimes our rap names can morph and change. I do remember when he went by Ja Lil. And then I think just a couple years ago he branded himself into Skeezer. Yeah, so shouts out Skeezer. He's doing a lot of great music right now. And and Scheme with the videos, the pop shots. I like them. I like them. Those are cool.
Yep. Yeah, we're just like walking down the alley and you're just spitting and just like walking down the alley. It's like, yeah, what the hell?
And like
something
I
so
say,
easy. Yep.
Yeah, that's a new innovative way to display your music. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to come up with. We're trying to stand out and be heard in our own way. And I thought that was really innovative and creative. Good job, Scheme.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's that portion of the show where I hate the most. It's that part where we got to say goodbye. I do want to thank you, G Rockwell, for coming on and spending some time with me, chopping it up a little bit. Great conversations been had here. And as always, as I tell all my guests, you're more than welcome back anytime. Just let me know and we'll hit it up. But if you have any shout outs or anything to plug, now's the time to do it, Bo.
For sure, yeah. Let me shout out the Lethal Brand Squad. I want to shout out Cap Chivo. I want to shout out my homie Kevin Quas, my homie Longfellow Sound Studio, the Lethal Brand Squad. And I want to remind everybody that this coming Tuesday, August 5th, I'm dropping a new single with my homie Eric from the M20 camp out here in Midland. So stay tuned. I appreciate you and I love you.
That's right. And today we're going to leave you with Gravity from G Rockwell. So for one last time, turn your volumes up and we'll see you guys next week. Stay up. Love you. Peace.
does it fit in any algorithm? Shelf them cause it was missing the alchemism. I wanna lend a hand, help the vision. They just wanna turn into a jealous victim. The biggest room with the elephant missing the living room, dying and leaving you glued to the television. Live or die under a vanilla sky, all the people looking evil in a gorilla disguise. And it's a can't lose day on a street lamp Tuesday. Running fast in a can't lose race. They pay real close attention, then act like they look away. But they're really two-faced, fighting the battle all alone. And if you die, you go straight to heaven. Personal crusade, congratulations. I've been dealing with gravity my whole life, so I can manage a little waiting. Congratulations, I'm happy that you made it, and I'm glad that I'm adjacent. I just wanna be successful. Could give a damn if I was famous. Congratulations, I'm happy that you made it, and I'm glad you found a replacement. I just wanna be successful, yeah, so I can deal with all the anguish. I just wanna step out and ball a bit. I'm talking everything, all of it. Head first with their belly out. I see them looking with their smelly mouth, talking shit. I see the evil in the decimals and the chemicals, but the devil just wants to be credible. And you can leave the beef away and leave the heat at home, but that'll just turn you into a vegetable. Things I couldn't grasp, I'm falling and missing every branch I couldn't hold on to, so I let it go. I'm standing at the pearly gates and wondering if I'm gonna get in, and then a voice said, heavens no. Maybe because of my irresponsible ways, of the chiba that I constantly blazed. But this time around, it's not gonna be the same. I'm still stuck in my ways, and I think I need to change. Congratulations, I'm happy that you made it, and I'm glad that I'm adjacent. I just wanna be successful. Could give a damn if I was famous. Congratulations, I'm happy that you made it, and I'm glad you found a replacement. You don't even need a translation if we're speaking the same language.